Believe me, I will be the greatest
testosterone
producer that God ever created, and I mean that.
Sorry!
This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, and we are back with another video. Now, this is part two of the series that I got going here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I would like to thank all of y'all for tuning in, but this is episode 3. And it is called Black Men Don't Know Their Role in Relationships. Black men don't know their role in relationships. Now, this episode, we're going to speak on abandonment. And the reason why I wanted to speak on this is because I know a lot of us, especially millennials and generations before that, you know, a lot of us, when we was in school, we grew up and we had this, you know, this program called No Child Left Behind, right? Where basically they tried to make sure children were getting the education that they needed to progress. Because back when I was in school in elementary, back in the 90s, we had a lot of children in special ed, especially a lot of black boys that were in special ed. A lot of them were getting left back. A lot of them couldn't read on a proper grade level. So this program, a lot of black boys I was in school with, they were in there. And I notice now today, as a grown man, that those same type of boys that were in that No Child Left Behind program, and they were struggling due to poor educational support, something that we speak on in the Black Manosphere magazine. Make sure you go ahead and get your copy right down in the description box. A lot of those boys are now in prison, 20 years or better, 10 years or better. A lot of them are just felons out in the street. And it's due to abandonment. It's due to abandonment. And when we speak on abandonment, that is the breakdown in the family value. And the family value, as we know, is an internal value. That is where a man is broken and where a man is made at a certain part of his life. When you don't come from a functional family, or you don't come from a family at all, that stumps your growth and development mentally, physically, emotionally, on all levels. Because what? Your family are the people that you have a relationship with and who you are connected to. That is what the family value represents in the 10 life value system. It represents who you are connected to and who you have a relationship with. So with all of these black men who have been abandoned out here and who still are dealing with these issues today, as black men, we have to understand that that is one of the main components to providing agency for black men. Because when we say, how do we provide agency for black men, it's through our teachings, through our products, and through our services. So we have to understand, as black men, we have to service our brothers. So the brothers who are dealing with these abandonment issues, dealing with these internal issues, fighting these demons every day, There should be brothers there that they can reach out to. Brothers who are counselors, brothers who are advisors. You see, this is the purpose of us being our own agency, and why you constantly hear me say we are our own agency, black men. This is why you hear me say this here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Because I understand my role in the relationship that I have with brothers. But a lot of us brothers don't understand. And when you don't understand your role in relationships that you have with black men, this is how a lot of brothers get left behind. You see? This is how a lot of brothers get left behind. This is how a lot of brothers get forgotten about. You're so busy, doing what you doing, you forgetting about your brother. And you have to understand that a lot of black men are used to that. They're used to being forgotten about. They're used to being left behind. So when you do it to them as a grown man, it's almost like a numbing feeling. Because it's nothing new to them. They just be like, oh, okay. And they figure out how to adjust like they had to do their whole life. But it still doesn't mean that it's not affecting his brother. See, no brother left behind. And when I say no brother left behind, I'm not saying that I'm super Negro and I'm here to save all black men. No. I'm here to aid the brothers who are in need, who claim that they are in need. The men who have a value system. The men who have some value within themselves and who are healing and who are trying to build themselves back up into what they want to be. I'm not here to be super nigga. I'm not. That's not the order of the day. That's not what this is about. This is about providing agency for brothers who are in need. The brothers who want their help, the brothers who want to be better, the brothers who are striving to be the best versions of themselves. You see? Now, if that's not on your agenda, then hey, DS1 and Sheep Stay Sleep TV don't have nothing for you. You see? So understand when I say this, and you're going to constantly hear me speak on this further down the line in these upcoming videos with this series, when you hear me say black men don't know their roles in relationships dealing with other brothers, I'm not speaking to the men who decide not to provide agency or who claim they don't need agency from other black men. These are for the brothers who are about brotherhood. This is here for the brothers who have things to offer. And the brothers who are here, who are here because they're in need. You see, I'm not here to waste my time and just talking to be talking. This is not blowing hot air for me. If you have an ear, you're here to listen. And I appreciate everyone who's here to listen. Because these are the black men I'm speaking to. The only ones who have the ear to hear. The only ones that are here to listen. And to grow and to develop. and to restore the value on their lives. Because that's what we're all here doing. Y'all brothers are not doing this alone. I'm here doing it too. You see? This is a process. This is not an event. But if we don't understand our roles and how we should be of aid to one another, then we're going to keep getting a bunch of miscommunications, which is going to lead to arguments, which is going to lead to chaos and confusion, which is going to end up in counterproductivity for Black men. And one thing I agree with Neely Fuller is when he said, if Black people don't know how to get along, they don't need to be around each other. And I agree with that. If Black men don't know how to get along, if you don't get along with these group of people, these group of brothers, or this brother or that, just don't deal with them. Just stay away from them. If y'all don't see eye to eye on things, just stay away from each other. That's the best way. So there is no room for conflict. So then we can stay focused on the goal, which is productivity. So we could continue to heal and build. You see? And this is what we should be focused on when we're trying to think of what role we're going to play in aiding our brothers in the relationships that we have with them. Because a lot of brothers, we're out of position. We try to do things that's not needed for that brother. You see? And this goes back to a quote that an OG told me years ago, back in my early 20s. He said, the world would be better if everybody knew they role and played it. And that is actually how SOS works. If every man know they role and execute their role in the lane that they're in, there's no problems. There can only be camaraderie. There can only be positivity and growth and development and progress. You see? And if there's any mishaps, it can be smoothed out easily. Or it can just simply be a conversation that's left at a conversation because everybody's in their prospective places executing their prospective roles. And this is how no brother gets left behind. You see? Because when there's a brother there to see when that brother's slipping. You see? But you have to understand that that's what you're good at. You're not good at helping brothers in this area. You may not be good in the finance area. You may not be good in the health area. You see, you may not be good in the area of cooking or something like that. So you have other brothers who specialize in other areas. This is how we cut down abandonment and Black men just being left out in the cold. You see? We have to, this is why order is important. See, understanding your role, that's part of a system. And in order, when you have order, that is when that man who understands his assigned role or the role that he said he's going to take up, that is when he's actually going to execute it properly. You see? And it's going to fit the brother who actually needs it. You see? And this leads to proper and strong structure, which would be a brotherhood. You see? So this is how we can make sure that no brothers are left behind, man. Because some of the best brothers, the brothers with the biggest heart, the brothers who would die for you, the brothers who are there from day one, a lot of those brothers are the brothers who are left behind. Those are the brothers who are easily abandoned, easily put on a back burner. The ones that's going to ride. And see, that's because brothers don't understand and don't know their roles in a relationship when it comes to other brothers. You so caught up in your own shit that you don't see how many brothers you left behind. How many brothers you done abandoned. Gotta remember that, fellas. Gotta remember that. So make sure you get down in the comment section and let me know what you think about the video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to the visionaries. Much love to the A Game family. Salute to the A Game Nation. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Peace.
This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.